1998, released in North America were the red and blue versions of Pokémon for the Nintendo Game Boy, which were developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo, as the plot of the game had it that you, as the nameless protagonist, ventured through the lands to become the greatest Pokémon trainer to have ever lived. Through this story, you acquire different types of Pokémon depending on the version which you had bought. There was a glitch within the game that was known as the missing no, or alternatively called the missing number. During the early days of Pokémon games, developers and programmers had to use variable numbers to refer to the different types of Pokémon within the gaming code. So the smallest variable that was able to be used at the time was 1 byte, which was capable of holding a value from anywhere between 0 to 255, with 0 being counted. Because of the original 151 Pokemon, they were left with unused slots which were totaled as 105. That's where the glitch came from, as the title of missing number was deliberately called as such, as it was an abbreviation of a missing number, which was the term used for the unused slots for Pokemon within the game's code, to avoid the game quote-unquote crashing if a glitched Pokemon within the game was encountered by the player. As the missing number was a normal / bird type for the sprite used in its creation was a random setup or composition of polygons put together to form the glitch that was so infamously known at the time. The sprite itself resulted from the gaming technology of the time, treating the data and attempting to transfer the random data into an image to show the player as an example of a Pokemon. The classic missing no was seen in the red, blue, and later yellow versions, but mostly known for mystifying gamers with the red and blue. Other versions of missing no in terms of an appearance were used fossilized or bone-only versions of the Aerodactyl and Kabutops, even while as a ghost appearance for the missing number. Going beyond normal comprehension were the details that the missing number had the numerical designation in the Pokédex as 000. Viewing the stats of the captured missing no also had glitches within the game as well, but if the missing number gained any experience, it would quote-unquote evolve into a Kangaskhan. Prior to the creation of the internet, when players of the first generation of Pokemon games in the West with the red and blue versions had all sorts of theories or explanations as to what the missing number was and why did something as such exist. General consensus was that the missing number was in fact a Pokemon, but a Pokemon in the game that was extraordinarily hard to obtain. For clarifications about the exact details of the missing number were only learned about years or even decades later for some players, due to the internet correcting some of the old assumptions that players had about the missing number. Sometimes a card can be forgotten because they were an error of the gaming technology at the time.